Today on the channel, the ground is shaking, the room is moving as we've got from the WWE Royal Rumble Mattel Elite Wave, Earthquake. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel WWE Elite unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got Earthquake. But remember, for all your WWE Mattel wrestling figure needs, hit up Wrestling Collectors Shop. Use discount code Kyle and discount code Kyle10 to save. So our first entry into the Royal Rumble set is the Earthquake. The old Canadian Earthquake is what this represents. If you remember back to this era of Earthquake when he laid waste to the Ultimate Warrior, let's call it. But Warrior got his revenge, he always does. But quite a debut for young Kyle to see Earthquake. I don't know how about you guys, but I was totally flabbergasted with what I saw when Dino Bravo brought a big guy out of the audience out there to sit on the Ultimate Warrior to do push-ups, and then calamity went down after that, and old Kyle's heart was broken just for about a week, give or take, and then Warrior got his revenge eventually, as he always does. But the Earthquake was a big deal in the late 80s, early 90s, I guess we'll call it, for WWE, WWF TV. Earthquake, a very big main eventer in my eyes and a lot of my friends' eyes, and probably your eyes as well. So it's always good to get a heavy hitter legend like Earthquake in a current Mattel line. Interesting, they put him in the Royal Rumble and not a Legends line, something like that, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm just happy we got the Earthquake back out. That being said, we see with this Earthquake a lot of reuse, which we're going to see probably for a lot of figures, especially deceased wrestlers, unfortunately. But I'm just happy to get another Earthquake out, as it has been quite a while. So this is probably a welcome addition to many a collector's collection. So we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there, and we'll compare it to some other Earthquake Mattel figures. So let's take a look at old John Tenta in the package. I really do like this Royal Rumble packaging. Now we get Royal Rumble special packaging, WrestleMania special packaging, and of course SummerSlam special packaging. So this Royal Rumble right now currently hitting Target stores depending where you live. If you guys watch my action figure hunt every Friday on the channel, cheap plug, make sure you subscribe to the channel while you're at it. I found these in Omaha, Nebraska. I was on a business trip, and I found the Royal Rumble figures out there, and we'll talk about each one as we go through all of them. We're going to do all of them this week, of course. We'll unbox Jimmy, Mouth to South, Jimmy Hart on the channel. We'll build a figure, and we'll rank them all at the end of the week like we always do. So stay tuned, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But very hard to find at this point. I will say that. Omaha was swimming in them for whatever reason, except for Dakota Kai. My local area, no sign. I traveled to Illinois a little bit this week. No sign on what I saw out there. So a little hard to get right now. It seems they're coming onesie twosies out of repack boxes via your Target store. Some Targets, the more fortunate ones, are getting the straight cases. And we'll see. We saw that same pattern last year with Royal Rumble. Hopefully they're more accessible on the store shelves instead of having to go online or big lots or weird stuff like that. But, just got to wait and see what happens. Big picture of John Tenta right there. You got an old Earthquake right here. WWE, Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Build-A-Figure piece right there. Extra hands with Earthquake. Getting the most out of your molds. We've seen this Earthquake body mold in the past. So very interesting there. You got the Elite logo, the Royal Rumble. Very colorful packaging. You can't miss this when you're in the aisle and you see all the other WWE figures, AEW figures. This does really stand out, I think, very well. You got True Effects right there. Earthquake on the side. Certified authentic. Don't let anybody tell you any different. On this side, you got the big John Tenta. Look at that. Big old Canadian flag there. Very interesting. They can use the Canadian flag, but they couldn't use the Iraqi flag on Mustafa and Slaughter. Legalities, I'm not exactly sure the reasoning behind that, but is what it is, I guess. Canadian flag right there, the Elite logo. On the back, we're building Jimmy Hart. We got the rest of the lineup here. Like I said, stay tuned. We're going to unbox them all here on the channel. We got the blurb, we got the tail of the tape, and we got a nice razor blade cut right through there. Now, I got to say, I've been saying this on the channel for a long time. And some people have said, Kyle, you don't know what you're talking about. The packaging is the same thickness. Well, Mattel just this week on the Wrestling Figure Boards, Steve made mention that, hey, yes, the packaging is more biodegradable, lesser quality, basically. So that is going to be tough for a lot of you men on card collectors going forward, as this package is very, very flimsy. And if you get a crazy employee at Target, for example, they're going to cut with their razor blade, and they'll cut right through this just like we see right here. I did find another Earthquake for old David C. Anderson. He was looking for one, and I grabbed him one, and there was a cut right down the front. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you, but very rickety packaging here. Bad for mid-on-card collectors. Good for loose collectors, I guess, because we would rather, for a loose collector at least, we'd rather have them cheaping out on packaging instead of the figure. And I don't know if cheaping out is the right word, but you guys know. They got to save money, inflation, everything. It's a real deal. Companies don't want to pass on everything to you guys. They want to find easier ways, cheaper ways to do things, as well as take the increase when they have to. So there you go. Let's read the back of the package on this Earthquake right here. From old Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Beautiful this time of year. 6'7", 468 pounds. Finisher, the old Earthquake Splash. Career highlights, the World Tag Team Champion. Thought he might get a run with the title against Hogan, just never panned out. After the Canadian Earthquake entered the 1990 Royal Rumble match, it took 5 superstars to finally eliminate the big man. So that's a little messed up wording there. It took 5 superstars to finally eliminate the big man. It should have been to eliminate the big man. So we got a little copy error going on there. Let me get the old box cutter out. Cut the top here, maybe. There it is. Yeah, very rickety packaging. Luckily, I'm in an out-of-box collector, as you guys are fully aware. Nice background there. Something different. I always like the different backgrounds they put on these. So we got that going on. See you later up high. There it goes. All right, we got the Earthquake. There he is in a plastic prison, looking only like John Tenta could look if he was coming all the way down from Canada to visit his friends. We got extra hands. We got 2 Fists of Fury on old John Tenta. Oh, love it. You guys know I love the Fists of Fury. There is that. Oh, and he is buckled in at the top. They don't want this Earthquake falling out of the package, and it's understandable. Totally understandable, but very hard to get out sometimes. I got one. Uh-oh, this second one's going to fight me. Sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands. There it is right there. And there's that. See you later. Get out of here. Guys. Oh, we lost it. Jeez. Well, now that is a first. I think in the thousands of unboxings I've done, I don't know if I've quite knocked over the whole camera apparatus like that before, but oh boy. Maybe I'll put that the outtakes at the end of this video. Stay tuned for that at the end. But man, that was crazy. Crazy. But we got Earthquake out of the package. We got him ready to go. We're ready to dig in, but we got Jimmy the Mouth South Heart, of course. Look at this bright pink jacket. Got a little black suit tied. He's got his nice keyboard coat. Like I said, we'll build Jimmy Hart later in the week. Stay tuned for that. We're here about Earthquake today. So Earthquake coming in hot. He's got 2 extra hands. These are the chair holding hands, C-grip hands, whatever you want to hold. We've seen them a million times. We're seeing them again. Always love to get at least 1 extra set of hands, and especially if I'm getting hands, you know I want 2 fists, and that's what I got here with Earthquake, 2 Fists of Fury here. Now, a lot of reuse on this Earthquake. I see it already. However, we got the step into 2022. It is the future after all, and we have the pinless joints on the Earthquake right here. So we get double jointed pinless elbows. We do have the pins on the knees, but we do have the double jointed knees as well. You got thigh cut, you got bicep cut, of course the hands removable, head moves around. Not a ton of movement on this head, unfortunately, because of his hair, so that doesn't have a lot of movement there. Then the waist moves, then you got the big ab crunch on him. Not very loose. Every once in a while, the bigger wrestlers, you get a looser ab crunch. We don't have that problem here today. You got the boot cut, of course, double jointed knees, like I said, and then the ankle articulation. Got the nice baby blue color on Earthquake, and I don't know, it's interesting. Earthquake's an interesting guy. He had another Earthquake outfit, of course, that was very iconic. He had the Natural Disasters outfit that is very iconic. This one, the baby blue color is very iconic to me, but not necessarily the Canadian flag. I remember the Canadian flag being there, but I think it was only there for a while. I think he went to just a plain baby blue for a little bit. If my memory is right, I'm not sure. But I would say this is maybe, I don't know, it'll be interesting. We'll do an Earthquake top 5, I think. We need to do this. We need to have the talk through the Earthquake top 5 and figure out what is his most iconic look, because he has some iconic looks for sure. He does have the big tiger tattoo there on his bicep. That is a standard Earthquake tattoo. I remember as a kid looking at that tattoo, trying to figure out what it was on TV. I was like, what is that tattoo? It looks, what is that? It took a while to figure that out. He does have the painted on chest hair right there. We could have got the old school Jakks Classic real fur chest hair. Oh, that's what you need. Mattel hasn't dabbled quite that far yet, but a very good looking Earthquake here. Like I said, the baby blue is very iconic to me. It really does pop. Blue is my favorite color, so I do like this a lot. I don't remember if I mentioned, but he does have the Canadian logo on his boots as well. like I said earlier, very interesting. You could get the Canadian logo on Earthquake, but you couldn't put the Iraqi flag on, Mustafa and Sergeant Slaughter. Obviously, Canadian, a little bit more friendly than Iraqi in the history of, I guess, North America, we'll just call it. You Canadians, good people up there. One of these days, I'm going to visit Canadian, and I'm going to hit all your Toys R Us's, and it's going to be quite the toy hunt, so stay tuned for that. But Earthquake got his head going on here. He's got the long hair, the big beard, the big face, the mean mugging faces he's got to have. Got the big old bald spot on the very top. I hope this means that since we're getting Earthquake again, that he is officially in a Legends deal of some sort. I'm hoping we get his time as the oddities. We do know we got the Shark, of course, as like a San Diego Target exclusive, partnership exclusive with the Shark. Let's get Golga. Let's try to get some of those oddities. I think that would be really cool. I got to get these guys while we can. You never know if a guy might drop off a Legends deal. Let's get as many figures as we can. So let's see some Golga action. I'd be here for that. But very, very strong Canadian Earthquake. Old John Tenta. Does he fit on a stand? You know he probably will. It's almost like they were made for it, these Mattel figures. But there it is. There it is. He fits perfectly on a stand. Let's grab a couple of Earthquakes out there. Now, these are the two. I'm trying to think in my head which one is more iconic to me as far as Earthquake goes. I kind of think this is his most iconic, but sometimes I lean over to this one a little bit. And it's very interesting, the height differences between these two. They're both on a stand, and we got a good size difference here on this new one. This new one is much bigger, which, hey, I'm okay. I love big figures, you guys know. Then we got the Earthquake from the natural disasters, of course, his partner Typhoon. Man, I took them as a serious threat back in the day. Like, Earthquake was a main eventer to me, probably a lot of you guys as well. Seeing him team up with Tugboat, who turned against Hogan, two big dudes, I said, man, this is a tag team that just won't be able to be stopped. And they did go all the way to the tag team titles, as we all know. But yeah, we definitely got some newness with this Earthquake. That new taller boot mold is making him much taller than his past figures. So that is really cool. Of course, you get the double jointed elbows, which is brand new here. The pinless joints, of course, as well. So we get a lot of newness, a lot of freshness with this Earthquake, where I can see some people pass and say, I got a couple of Earthquakes of the past. Maybe I don't need this one. By the looks of things here with the new boot mold, pinless joints, a great figure after all. I think longtime Earthquake collectors that we're going to pass, you should probably jump on this. I think this is going to be a very good Earthquake figure for most people. Could fit in their collection for sure. Man, I'm here for it. I like this Earthquake a lot. I like it a lot more out of the package after I've compared it to these two. It is truly a better figure, where before I was just like, it's just going to be a lazy repaint is what I assumed, and it's not that way at all. So they did use the same heads, of course. I wasn't shocked there, and going into it, that's what I assumed, and I would still be correct there. But they did change the hair up a little bit, this Earthquake. These two have the same kind of hairline going on. Just a little difference. They do have a little paint job hair differences, sculpting differences as well. So it's very interesting. There's little subtle changes between all three of these guys, which I think is pretty cool and really not expected. So there it is, Canadian Earthquake, Royal Rumble Wave. What do you think? Where do you sit on this set here? Are you here for it? Are you picking it up? Are you passing on Earthquake? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel. Share the video if you were so inclined. And of course, follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for Earthquake and natural disasters all over the world, I am Kyle. I will see you guys all real soon. Get out of here. Guys. Oh, we lost the... Jeez. Now that's a first.